Joining me right now here on the Rich Eisen Show is none other than Alex Smith. How are you, Alex?
Rich, I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm doing great. So did you see something on film that you knew you could throw it off of Calvin Pace and land it right on Fasano's breadbasket just as he's on his keister on the goal line? Did you see something on film, Alex Smith? Tell me the truth.
I'll tell you how many times we repped that thing in practice trying to get that right. It took a lot of redos to finally get it honed in.
I'm just wanted to show right off the bat the professional that you are and the mad genius that Andy Reid is to draw up a play like that and execute it to perfection, Alex.
Yeah, precision,
Man, that was one of those moments where where you just wonder it's all working. And you had a nice front row seat to that, Alex. What were you thinking when that ball went off of Pace's hands?
It's every QB's nightmare. You see a ball get tipped up in the air, it's floating. It's like time. It's like in slow motion, the ball floating in the air, and all you're thinking is the worst, especially down there in the red zone. And then to see it fall into Fasano's hands, and then to see the play he made was certainly the luckiest touchdown I've ever thrown.
Now I know that's the Parcells phrase that you are what you are, and you are 5-3. You were 0-2. Who are the Kansas City Chiefs, Alex Smith?
Yeah, it's a great question, and it's tough to answer midseason. You know that. I mean, when you're in the thick of it, it's week to week, and you just keep rolling. And I think the thing that I've seen, we got such a great group of guys, such a great locker room, and that over these last 6 weeks, I really feel like we just continue to take strides and get better and better, and continue to improve, and really looking to just kind of keep that going, kind of keep our head down and stay short-sighted, and hopefully to continue to keep playing our best football as the year goes on.
We had another #1 overall quarterback and Carson Palmer on the show yesterday talking about how it appears that Bruce Arians and that Arians' play calling and his game are perfectly meshed. What would you say about you with Andy Reid?
I'd love to hear it, and ever since I got here and this has happened, and everything about it, from Coach Reid, the staff, the city, the guys in the locker room, it's just been such a great fit. And, for me, loving what we're doing, to get to learn from Coach Reid and Doug, guys that have been around so many different quarterbacks, and guys with different tool sets and do it different ways. And, to be able to come to work every day in this type of environment is honestly something I'm really grateful for. And trying to take advantage of every single day, just come in, get better, and keep trying to win some football games.
And Alex, I love how you point that out, because, we also had Rob Riggle in studio yesterday, and last time I saw you was at that charity event in Kansas City.
Right.
Riggle and all those guys for the Big Slick. And it just seeing you in that environment in Kansas City, you just looked at home to me, Alex. And I'm wondering if that's showing up with your play on the field in your estimation as well.
Oh, no question. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it, and certainly I've the football side of it's been phenomenal, but the city as well. And just it was an easy transition, when the trade first happened, and coming here, the people here have been so welcoming, and then obviously it helps to get some wins and get this thing turned around.
Yeah, it does have to get some wins, and until you get that win against Peyton Manning, I don't know how many people give you a chance to win this division. Alex, where do you stand on that subject?
Obviously the division is the focal point, but right now, I mean, I think the reason that we've been able to do what we've done the last couple of years is we haven't got ahead of ourselves, and we got the Buffalo Bills coming up, and our focus is on them. It's a big AFC matchup, and they're playing really good football right now. So, we'll let the Broncos thing happen when we face them next time, but right now we're really focused on Buffalo. All
right, so what are you focused on with Buffalo? What are you seeing?
It's early in the week. They're good. I mean, they're good on the defensive side of the ball. I mean, obviously that's what I'm focusing on. I think it starts with those guys up front. I mean, that defensive line is rolling right now. I don't know where they stack up as far as sacks go, but they certainly got to be up there in the league. Create a ton of pressure. They've shut down some good offenses, so it'll be a big challenge for us.
Yeah, and then you've got the Seahawks, and then visit the Raiders, and then you get the Broncos at home for Week 13. So, obviously, you take a look at the rest of this landscape, Alex. 11 teams in the AFC have 5 or more wins. Every single one of these is just so important when you think about it.
No question, and I think that's the mindset. I mean, right now it's at the halfway point. You got to keep your head down and keep taking steps and get better and better. And these games get more and more meaningful, and you want to be playing your best football. I mean, the teams that are playing the best in November and December, the teams that make runs, and that's what the type of team we want to be.
My crack staff, Chris Law. What are the Bills rank in sacks?
Bills are ranked second in the NFL.
There you go.
There's that. I guess that's for your mind's eye, Alex. It is Sunday. So do I bring up that fact that Utah beat Michigan, or do I just I just front load that in this part of the interview here?
You probably say that in a lot of interviews this year, don't you?
Oh wow.
I'm just joking.
No, you're not joking. That's okay. That's okay. They're a pretty good team. They're pretty good. They're a very good team when you think about that.
Yeah, they won some good games this year. It's tough, in the transition to the Pac-12. They've been doing a good job, though.
What are the chances I can get you to call your old college coach? And when that Michigan game happens with him later on this month, just, give me a little shout out during the game. Just seriously to a Michigan guy. Because I know he loves talking about Michigan, or Ishigan, as he likes to say, right?
It's probably pretty likely. I'd count on it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Urban strikes me as one of those guys who likes to have a good laugh about that rivalry.
Depends if they win or not.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Well, listen, I appreciate you taking the time, Alex, for calling in. Because it's the 11th anniversary of NFL Network. I remember interviewing you before you were drafted. I remember that.
That's right.
Pre-combine.
That's right.
It was the first time we ever met and chatted. So, we go way back. So I appreciate you coming on this program.
No, thanks for having me, Rich.
You bet. That's Alex Smith, the quarterback of the 5-3 Kansas City Chiefs.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern. On Audience.